Chattanooga is a thriving city, and it's becoming a really popular choice for relocation. Whether you're looking to move here or you already live here, you might be wondering what neighborhoods should you be looking at to buy a house. I'm Whitney Proctor. I'm a local realtor with Real Broker in Chattanooga, and if you're looking to start your relocation journey or you already live here and you're just looking for advice on housing, make sure you reach out to me. I would love to help you come up with a plan. Let's dive right into the list. Number one on my list is Ooltewah, Tennessee. The median price point for Ooltewah is $469, so it does hover a little bit higher than the median price point for Chattanooga, which is sitting around $325. The reason Ooltewah is such a popular choice is because it's newer. It's not actually newer. It's actually been around for over 100 years as a suburb of Chattanooga. However, the development that's happening in the area is definitely within the last couple of decades. There's so many homes that have been built in the last few years, particularly the last 10 to 20, and it's a really nice location because it's close to the interstate, so it's convenient for commuting. But it also, because of all the new development, has its own kind of little oasis of shops, of restaurants, of stores, and it's become a really thriving community. There's something super cool in Ooltewah called Cambridge Square. It's a new development of mostly restaurants. It's got lots of businesses. There's a few stores over there, but it's also a really popular place for events. They have festivals, they have fairs, they have live music all the time, so it's super family friendly, and because it's so new, it's still really clean. It's a really popular place for people to want to spend time with their friends and family because there's so much going on over there. Number two on the list is Signal Mountain. Signal Mountain is going to be even higher price point than Ooltewah, but let me tell you why it's so popular. The median price point for Signal Mountain over the last 12 months is $675. Definitely a little steeper on the wallet, but the main reason that it's such a popular choice is because the school system is by far number one in the local area. If you're looking for public school and you're looking for a top rating, this is what a lot of people are going for, as long as the price point fits your budget. Another reason Signal Mountain is so popular is because it's really close to downtown Chattanooga, so it's easy to access amenities, but on the back side of the mountain is surrounded by forest. So it's a really great and popular choice for people who are outdoorsy and they want to take advantage of feeling like they're further away from the city, but also have that amenity. Number three is Hixson and Soddy-Daisy. I lumped these together because they're right next to each other. Soddy-Daisy is really small and it just borders Hixson, so I consider them to be one. People that live there may not, but that's fine. The median price point in Hixson and Soddy-Daisy is right at $365, so it's pretty in line with Chattanooga proper at $325, just a little bit more. Hixson is its own kind of oasis. It's got a little bit of everything and definitely everything that you need. There's plenty of grocery stores, plenty of shopping, plenty of amenities to where you wouldn't have to leave if you didn't want to. But one thing to keep in mind, if you're not from the area, Hixson is across the bridge. When I say across the bridge, I mean you literally have to drive over the bridge because the Tennessee River runs all the way through Chattanooga. So here's Chattanooga on this side of the water and Hixson and Soddy-Daisy are on the other side of the water. This can be a little bit of a bummer if we're hitting traffic because there's pretty much one way in and one way out. It's not literally one way, it's not an island. You can go around and go through Red Bank and come through downtown that way, but that's just something to keep in mind as a negative on Hixson. But other than that, people seem to love it. It's a really popular choice for when people are relocating because the price point is a little bit lower than some of the areas, but it still has tons of the amenities. Number four on the list is East Brainerd. If you want to live in like the prime suburbs and never have to go to downtown, this is a really good option for you. East Brainerd is one of the older areas. It's not really older, but it's been around for a long time. It houses the Hamilton Place Mall and tons of other shopping and stores and restaurants. You wouldn't have to leave if you don't want to. It even has its own hospital location, so if there was an emergency, you don't even have to go to the main one downtown. It also has plenty of its own outdoor amenities. It's got Heritage Park. There's lots of walking trails. There's picnic areas. There's public places in the park where you can have birthday parties or gatherings and hang out with friends and family. It also has Audubon Acres, which is super cool. It's Chattanooga's oldest wildlife sanctuary, and it has its own hiking trails there as well. So if you want to just stay in that little area, it's a nice option, and then you don't have to necessarily deal with some of the traffic going through downtown. Median price point for East Brainerd is still pretty on point with the rest of it at $375. So following in tune with the others as far as that average number. Number five on my list is actually not even in Tennessee. It's North Georgia, Ringgold. The reason that I included this is because, believe it or not, Chattanooga is literally right on the border. If you've looked at the map, you can see obviously Georgia borders Tennessee, and there's even a couple subdivisions that actually have part of the subdivision is in Tennessee and part of the subdivision is in Georgia. That's how close you are on the line when you're looking at Chattanooga and Ringgold. So it can be a popular option because the median price point for Ringgold is $315, which is definitely lower than the median price point for Chattanooga proper. So sometimes if you're wanting a little bit more bang for your buck, Ringgold can be a good option. The only thing to consider if you're looking at North Georgia versus looking at Chattanooga is you really hit that difference between taxes. Georgia has state income tax, whereas Tennessee does not. And that's one of the most popular reasons that people look at Tennessee as an option, because of that lack of tax. So even though you might get a little bit more for your money on a house, you do have that you're combating with the state income taxes. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's just right there. You get all the amenities of Chattanooga, but you might be able to get a little bit of a lower price point on a house. And it also has lower state sales tax. So a couple different things to even out and weigh out the pros and cons there if that's your option. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my list. Be sure and let me know if you have something else that you think should be highlighted. If you agree, disagree, I want to hear what you have to say. If you have something else that you think should be in a future video, definitely let me know that too. Be sure to like and subscribe for more local content. My name is Whitney Proctor. Thanks for watching.